Yay!
Hey, happy Monday,
Hi there.
everybody. I'm definitely having a case of the Mondays myself over here. I hope everybody else is doing better.
Yeah, I'm okay myself.
Anne, how you
And
doing?
well,
I,
yeah, we kind of know, but
I'm good. I exist. I will continue to exist, and that's about as good as it gets right now.
I think I'm gonna pull a Chaos Queens and introduce my co-hosts for them. So,
Go ahead.
um, up here we have Michael, obviously the master of riddles himself, who streams every Friday, and Michael has recently announced that he's doing his own write-a-thon this month, later in April.
yay!
So the information is up on his Instagram, which do I have it linked down below? I think I do. So definitely stay tuned for that. And down here we have Anne, who is busy at work, you know, publishing books and all that. And I also have the pre-order for her book linked down below. So check it out.
Ooh.
She does the
Thank you.
streams and all the things. And she's also doing a 10K Sunday this weekend. Is that correct?
Yeah, unfortunately, I
Yeah.
am.
So yeah, and I'm your host for this shit show, Violet of the channel Writing Violet,
Where you can expect timers and live streams.
where you can expect timers and live streams. Yep.
Oh,
You're so much better at introducing us than we are.
Yeah. Sometimes I just like to introduce other people because I don't know. Danny's here. Michael was here second. Crystal. Emma's here. Oh, am I falling behind already on priority?
Recently, Pages and Paladins popped up, and it was Han, and like she
What?
put Han behind it, and I was like, "What?"
wait,
I was so
was that like April Fool's Day or something?
It honestly might have been, but
That's really funny. Alexandria is here. Casey, Monday is not treating me so well today, but I hope everybody else is doing better. Yes, Anne was running a little bit late.
my dog was laying literally on me. Like I tried to get up, and he was like, "I'm gonna sit on you, okay?" What do you do?
Hey, Kendra. Oh, hi, Melon. And we have a Laura Nettles. Wow, okay, a lot of
Hi,
people
Laura.
are here. I've been wanting to check out Laura's new podcast. Every time she talks about it, it sounds so good.
Ooh.
Is everybody doing camp? Because I meant to be starting camp today, but since I woke up not feeling good, I was like, oh, I'm going to start Monday morning at Anya's stream. But then Anya wasn't feeling good today either and canceled her
Oh.
stream. So it was like,
Oh,
yeah, I slept in and I woke up and I thought, oh, I'll join her stream late. And then she had canceled it. And then I felt like it's sad that she was sick, but then also like, okay, I didn't miss it at least.
mhm.
That's a very valid feeling. Yeah, I've decided to do like 3 days of camp. Like I wrote yesterday, I'm writing today, and I'm doing my 10K day, which whatever ends up coming out of that is my camp.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing camp. I never do camp. I never do Nano itself either.
Just not your thing, Michael?
Not really, no.
Have you ever tried it?
No, not officially, at least. I've
I've
never been to
had
the website.
a few successes and several failures when it comes to Nanowrimo events. So I've gotten 50K twice and 30K once. Yeah. So
I feel like if I just really prioritized my writing, I could draft as much as 50,000 words in a month. But I mean, I would just be like, I wouldn't be streaming. I wouldn't be doing this or that. I wouldn't be
We'd miss
even
you.
reading, probably. I would just be, writing as much as I could for the month.
yeah.
Then I could maybe just eke it out.
Yeah. Well, that's what I like about camp is you can have a smaller goal. So this month I also have
Right.
set myself kind of a smaller goal, which I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to achieve that. I've also been like thinking of my goals as weekly and not daily because I know I can't hit a daily word count. It's just not going to happen for me. So I'm just having a weekly word count. And if I get anywhere near it, I'm counting it as a win.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Kicking Monday's ass. Oh, Monday's
And
kicking my
this
ass.
comment's for you, Violet.
Yeah. Blame Brock.
He's right there. He's. Hold on. There's a lot of cables. Can I move you?
More
I don't
than
know.
usual.
He's right there.
Oh, hey, cutie.
Hiya, Brock.
He'd love your attention, but also
Bahaha.
he's so far
All
away.
right.
So yes, and subscribe to Violet if you haven't done that yet. She's definitely the most funny one of the three of us.
That's
most
debatable.
funny?
You guys are funny. Casey says I'm semi doing camp.
What kind of funny?
Yeah, that's the thing. I decided to work on a brain dump file. Ooh, I love that. I kind of love non-traditional camp goals. So that's what's fun about camp.
I like the whole semi-doing camp thing, actually, myself.
Yeah, I think for me, like, I just need to get it back into a writing routine, which has been like my camp goal for the last how many camps, and I'm still not back into a writing routine. But
Have you ever had a writing routine to get back to?
well, that's the thing. When I started my channel in September of 2020, like I started it like right before like the Preptober season, and then like I crushed Nanowrimo. That's the only time I've won the official Nanowrimo. Like I vlogged it. You can watch my whole journey, but it's like I feel like starting off my channel on like daily vlogging and winning NaNoWriMo like set me up for like this really bad mental state where it's like, oh, I'm presenting myself as a productive person when really this is not normal for me.
I feel that. I won my first Nano here, and then I failed both camps, and I was like, am I a failure?
Yeah, I won the camp before I started my YouTube channel. No, 2 camps before I started my YouTube channel. So it was like, I don't know.
The April one. April 2020.
Yeah, I had done April 2020, and then I had done July 2019. Those are the ones that I had been successful with. But then starting my channel, I only got November 2020, and then never again. But vlogging definitely adds a different layer of pressure to it. So.
But that's still impressive because, really, you've got to vlog and write at the same time for the month. And that's a big deal.
Yeah, I don't regret trying to vlog it because that's how people get to know me. And that's how like my channel got started and how I met so many awesome friends. So the word goal thing isn't my thing. Yes.
Here, Casey.
Yeah, here, for sure.
There.
Melon says, I'm doing camp and aiming for 40K, but we'll count any writing, including lore, research, character arcs, etc. Again,
Totally.
I love that.
Count all the writing. Count this comment here.
No, because I realized that too with like camp events, like you then put off doing some of that other work because you're so focused on the word count. So
yeah.
Hey Kevin, hello at work. I'm just here for company. Yeah.
Hi.
Streams are great for that. Danny says my goal this month is just to work on my story, so I guess that's my camp goal. Again, great energy.
Yeah.
Crystal says, want to try to get a chapter out a day. It's not going well. It's April 4th. Redrafting chapter 2 in theory. Yeah.
You got this.
Ooh, yeah, totally.
Casey, we want a puppy so bad.
It's honestly the best decision you could possibly ever make.
Camp adjacent. Oh, Laura's editing a podcast episode. Literary devices, anthropomorphism, and other spooky techniques. Ooh. Like I said, every time she like talks about her different topics, I'm like, because I love craft books. So and like she's doing like these very cool craft topics that I'm like, yes, please.
I don't think I've ever listened to a full episode of a podcast in my whole entire life.
Really? I used to love podcasts. But now that I'm such an audiobook person, I will choose to listen to a book over a podcast. But again, since this is kind of like the type of book I would be reading, like when it comes to nonfiction stuff, and I know Laura and I trust her, so.
Sorry.
We're going to get into a chunky sprint here in just a second. Wait, Violet, did you really only start your channel a month before I started mine? Yeah, we did start around the same time, Danny.
And that was after me. I started for camp in that year, in July.
Yeah, the weird thing
Oh,
is like
really?
I was aware of like everybody who started their channel around the same time as me because I was like really lurking on all the other channels, and like I didn't think I was going to be friends with like any of you guys. I was like,
Valid.
no, we're totally different. And then like if you would have totally like, told me like Anne, yeah, Crystal, Danny, like we're going to be like some of my best friends, I would not have believed you.
Same. I think my first friend was Meredith and then Celeste. And then I was like, okay, I have 2 friends now. This is enough. We needn't interact with anyone else.
My first friend in all of like the streaming side of AuthorTube was Hina.
Oh, Hannah's nice.
Hmm. And then Becca, and then I went from there.
We want to get a
Yes,
shelter puppy, and none shelters have any right now.
that's
Yeah,
a good idea.
that was
Hmm.
our dilemma too, is that we wanted a rescue dog, and like our rescue didn't have any like apartment appropriate dogs, so we had to travel to get Lupin to the
Yeah.
very exotic country of Germany where Anne is from.
Yeah, we got our puppy from a family who were looking to give him back to a shelter. So we skipped the whole shelter part, but still got a rescue dog in a way, I think. Yeah, he would have
Yeah,
gone to a shelter.
no, I would count your dog as a rescue dog for sure. Hey, Savion. Savion is now the
Hi.
Cookie King, apparently, after Laura's stream. How goes reading Priory? Oh gosh. I think I'm on like chapter 3 or 4. I'm really not far. I set my like self a page count every day to get to it. I have not been hitting it. The thing is, like when I read on the e-reader, I don't know if how other people feel about reading on e-readers, but it like lulls me to sleep. I actually like the book though. It's
Hmm.
it's
Have we
cool.
talked about how Michael tried to shade the book before even reading the book?
Well, do you like high fantasy, Michael, to read?
Yeah.
Is it a genre you enjoy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to read it, but
I think you would like it if you like dragons and you like high fantasy. So far, it's doing a really good job. I don't want to get a whole
it's on the
discussion about
reading
it,
list, I'll
but
say.
it's a nice one. And I know you
Uh,
like chunky books since you read War and Peace.
so, when do you have to read it by for the club?
I mean, you don't have to read it, but we're doing our live show on the first Friday in April, usually in May. We usually do it on the last of the month, but this month doesn't work out, so we're doing it on the first of the next month, which is the 6th of May, if you want to join us for that. But
Okay.
Well, I've kind of thought about like Michael, your philosophy when you were reading War and Peace. Like when it comes to reading Priory, I'm thinking like maybe it's not about reading it super fast. Like I can't rush this book. Like I need to take time and
Yeah.
really sit with it and understand it. And
Well,
so
when I was reading War and Peace, I was having just a really good time. And before I got into it, like I'd heard a lot about people talking about how you can sort of like meditate on the book for about 6 months or so. And I found it interesting. I found the idea interesting. And then when I started reading it, I didn't have that intention at all. I wanted to get through the book in like 2-3 months or something, right? But as is so often the case, that doesn't happen, and you get behind, and here and there you go like a week or 2 without even touching the thing. So I ended up actually taking 8 months almost exactly to read it. And so actually doing the whole meditative reading War and Peace thing, right? And it was amazing. Like to really like reading War and Peace ended up being like an entire short chapter of my life, right? I mean, 8 months is a long time.
I was thinking what it's kind of become like part of your persona on author too. People know you as like reading War
Yeah,
and Peace.
yeah, exactly. And, I kind of have this idea that reading is like everything else in the sense that you get out of it what you put in, right? And I put 8 months into War and Peace. And so what I got out of it, I couldn't even put into words. It was just an incredible experience. My time, like reading War and Peace changed my life. And for this, we'd have to actually get into like what the book's actually about, how it portrays like it has this theme of like spiritedness and trying to find meaning and spirit and etc. in like everything, like in every moment of life and in everything, and in every person, in everything that happens, all of that. And it wasn't a new idea to me or anything, but to hear how Tolstoy expressed that was just mind blowing. And I just absolutely loved the book. And if I had read it in 1 or 2 months, it wouldn't have been the same thing.
So what you're saying is everyone should come back in 8 months when Violet and I have read it, and then we do a book club discussion about it.
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you talking about taking your time reading a book, it inspired me to also take time sometimes reading. Because last year I was very much in a numbers game with reading. Actually, the last couple of years I've been in a numbers game, and this year my only goal is to read less than I read last year. I would like to read less.
Yeah.
I read too much last year, and it became about just reading books to have a higher number in books that I read, and not about like sitting
Yeah.
back and enjoying the work. So.
Yeah, like with Priory of the Orange Tree, how big would that book be? Maybe like 200,000 words?
It's like
Something like that?
750 pages or something.
Right, but that also depends on the formatting, right? Like a little tweak of the formatting can change the page number a lot, right? I would think it's probably something like 250,000 or
Just
maybe
Google
like
it.
200 to 250,000 words, something like that. We'll say 250,000.
Hold
So
on.
if you took about 2 or 3 months to read it, I think that would be pretty good myself.
Well, like I get it for 2 weeks at a time from the library, so I think I'm gonna read for
It's
these
this-
2 weeks, and if I don't finish, I'll check it out again.
So from like book size, it's the same size as the Mistborn trilogy from the book thing,
Right,
but it's a
but
little bit thicker than the first book.
you really can't say anything about word count by like book size.
I mean, I
Right.
feel like it's fairly small.
And just
like-
Google it. You can just Google word count. It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's probably about 225, 250,000 words, I'd say.
So chat was faster, and they say 260,000.
Yeah,
Oh, there
that's
you
what
go.
Google says. Well, I can't get through the chat. Kendra was shooting for 40K, but got stuck the first days. Yeah, I feel
So
the
yeah,
same.
well, actually, if that's the case, you could probably read it in even just like a good month, like a little over a month.
That's what
And
I'm
it would be
thinking. I think
about
I'm
right.
going to check it out. Well, I have it for
Yeah.
2 weeks at a time from the library, so I think I'll have to check it out twice to have it
Yeah.
for 4 weeks total.
Yeah, just renew it a couple times, I guess.
Yeah. A pit bull rescue 2.5 hours away. Really tempted to get one. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, Lupin, we had to drive a few hours to get him, but it was totally worth it. Oh, Danny pulled the tarot card for the week and got the moon. Oh,
What does it
I
mean?
love that. I don't know, but I just love the moon, so I love it. Casey is dying of
Yay.
caffeine withdrawal.
I also love how Violet was like, "This is going to be a very sprint-heavy stream," and here we are, 20 minutes in with no
No, but I
sprint
have
in
to be
sight.
honest. I was like dying. Like, Michael can even attest to this. He was backstage before I was because I was like not even here. I was just
Oh yeah.
dead.
Violet at about 8:54 Eastern was pretty rough.
Yeah. So, but
But I told
seeing
you,
guys and being
Violet.
around is
Yeah,
helping
I
me.
told you we'd make you feel better.
It's true. You
Yay.
are helping me feel better.
Can
Totally
we get a yay
appreciate
from you
that. And
too,
it's
Anne?
a bit of the dark side
Yay.
of booktube sometimes. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. So we're getting into the first sprint, and it is going to be the 31-minute struggle timer.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to. If you put it on, it means I have to finish my book, and I don't want to do that. So
Finish your book. Casey, go get your coffee. Michael, I'm not sure what you're doing, and I'm not sure what I'm doing. But
existing. You're existing.
why is this in like the end of the sprint? It's like, I'm just gonna go, and it was like already
It's
partially.
been running this whole time.
It probably has, but yeah. Okay.
Are we going now?
Yay!
Oh, yay!
Are we going to do this again, Michael?
Don't start with me.
Timer seems to be buffering here.
That's very much on brand, though, isn't it?
Yeah, now it's going again. Okay, time's up. You never know with that timer when it's over. Ah!
YouTube's just like hop on straight to the next one. Come on.
Oh, I'm a hot mess
Yay.
express over here. Okay.
Same, Michael, same.
I was able to get some coffee. I hope that Casey was able to as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have my coffee coming soon. He texted he'll be back from the mall in a moment.
I saw we had a Sasha pop in. As well as a Katie Ann. Oh my goodness, even a Steeg.
A wild one?
Is there any other kind?
Danny suggested I name a character in my book Steek, and I was like, I can't do that, can I?
Well, Anne, you asked for name suggestions on Instagram stories, but you gave us no reference to like what type of characters or the vibe.
I think Stieg has told us how common his name is, like in his part of the world. Like it's kind of common, I think.
Yeah.
So you could just pass it as a Steve, right?
Yeah, but like it felt weird since the suggestion wasn't his. Like both Danny and Celeste said, name a character after me. So I did, because it was them being like, hey, use my name. And I felt like that was less weird. But when someone suggests the name of someone else, I don't know. And as for the vibes, they are they're kind of important. They're like the second in commands of like the other like important people in the resistance. So they just, have to be there at some point. I don't really like any of them.
So you don't have like any naming convention you're trying to sort of like work into?
No.
It wouldn't be weird to have some random Scandinavian name just thrown in there?
No, not really.
Well, I mean, really, the world is so international now. I mean, there are names.
Yeah, but Anne is writing
names everywhere.
Is this for your dystopian or for your ghost?
Yes. No, for the dystopian. I'm finishing
I wasn't
that
sure.
book.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. So for contemporary, you can kind of do whatever you want, but like when you're doing genre stuff, sometimes it has to like, yeah. Like imagine like reading a high fantasy and everybody's called like Eletha, and then one guy's just called Steve. It would just be weird.
Steve, I have a character called Steve in my book.
Oh my gosh, I should put a Steve in my book too. It's a good name.
I named him after a ghost.
Kendra got 644 and is unstuck. Oh, that's amazing. Fantastic.
That's a good sprint for you for sure. Good on you.
Casey got the coffee and finished it. I have my second cup of coffee. I know there's no Violet second cup of coffee on the bingo, but I got one.
I mean, did anyone even generate the bingo? I can get the link. We can do the thing. I haven't generated one.
Coffee, making a to-do list and planner stuff for the week. I set out a page in my bullet journal for like a Camp Nano spread, and I haven't started it yet. So
are you going to start camp today? You could start it tomorrow. I don't know.
I'm going to start it eventually. Start it sometime this month.
I say it's always better to finish strong than it is to start.
I guess so. Miranda is here. Miranda also has a new video up on her channel, which I watched last night.
Ooh.
2 troublemakers in one stream. The chaos is coming.
The chaos is coming or the trouble? That's kind of odd.
Oh, Crystal wrote 360 words. And may have wrote some really cliche dialogue, but I'm not sure. I'm definitely for like where I'm at right now in my writing process, like write a scene bad just to get it written and I can fix it later. That's what I keep telling myself.
You guys can't hear that, right? Like the construction?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of loud. They're doing major renovations at the house, like right across the street. And it's going to be like months and months and months. But I do know now that, that StreamYard now has really good like ambient noise cancellation, so it's not going to be an issue. But
just an issue for you, not us.
Yeah, exactly. It just means I have to look across at quite an eyesore for the next year or so.
Oh yeah, like our whole building and neighborhood is just construction all the time. It's so annoying. Katie genuinely thought that Steeg was a name suggestion from Steeg himself.
Then I would have named the character Steeg.
Yeah, I thought that
named-
too. Also, when you showed that as
No, it was Danny.
251.
Yay! And by the way, Anne, do not name a character, Michael, please.
I feel like that's such a common name, though I might have already named a character at some point, Michael.
By
just 'cause,
accident.
Yeah, I also had a Marta in this story, and I was like, no, we're gonna cut this character because she was a bitch, and Marta's the sweetest person we know. So I was like, this
Oh.
doesn't vibe. No.
Oh wow. Was Michael by any chance the janitor?
I'll check back on my other projects and let you know.
What? Oh, sorry, I'm having like a brain fart right now.
Danny journaled.
Okay, Danny journaled. It says, I've only known one other guy with my name and one celebrity. Okay.
His human name.
Makes 3 of us. Okay. So in conclusion, it's a pretty rare Scandinavian name.
Okay.
So go
There
for
you
it when
go.
I want those vibes.
There you go.
Anne and Michael don't know anything about having a rare name.
No. My middle name is also a very commonly used name, so
Mm-hmm. Violet is somewhere in between common and rare, I'd say.
Yeah, my name became popular when Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck named their daughter Violet.
Oh, really? I didn't even
Yeah,
know.
but like when I was born in 1990, it was at its least popular. It was super unpopular, but I'm named after my grandma who was born in the 1920s when it was super popular.
Okay. There you go.
So-
So yeah, names, they kind of like rise and fall, right?
Yeah, but like you and Anne have
They come
evergreen
in and go
names.
out.
Like you can have an Anne or a Michael in any generation in it.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait, did I already click on this one?
No, I don't think so.
Ah, okay. Cliche for a character to call out another for being that person from, huh?
What? It cliche? What?
I think she means is it.
Oh,
You mean like I'm not sure if I exactly get it, but my brain is
I
not
don't think so.
1000% there.
I don't think so, Crystal.
I don't think so either. I think it might work. It could work.
Yeah, totally.
Sven is probably. Oh, okay. That's a good point, Miranda.
It's possible. It's possible.
Oh, Anne has the bingo
Sven, like the
generator.
character from Frozen.
Yeah.
I had a friend in high school named Sven, actually.
Look, I got food.
Ooh,
Oh,
show and
yum.
tell. Make her bake.
What?
I don't know how to
Please.
do that.
Make her bake. Make her bake.
I don't know how to do that, Michael.
Top right corner of her box, her screen. Click on that, and then go solo layout.
Well, this is a burrito.
Ooh.
This is a nice coffee, and I also got some baklava.
Wow, fancy. Now, how do I
Right.
make her not big?
Thank you.
Like that.
A diet would probably help with that, but eventually. Maybe.
Yeah, I like Miranda's video. It always, when I see other people doing challenges, it makes me want to do challenges, and then I was like, I can't handle that.
It's fair.
But it's fun to see other people do it.
Ooh.
I wonder why, Nikki. Maybe because of Steeg?
The Tiffany effect. Ooh, this sounds interesting. Much more modern than they are, etc. The name Tiffany is actually 80 decades. Interesting.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I also had like a character named Katie originally as a side character in my current story, but this was before I knew like Katie Ann. But then I ended up cutting that character anyways. But it was funny when I came and revisited the draft after that, like meeting Katie. I was like, wait a minute, a character with your name in it. But to be fair, I think Katie in one of her stories has a character named Violet, so it works out. Being a trendsetter. An American named Steve when I said my name Steeg. Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of phonetically similar.
It has a lot of cheese in it. I love it.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm so skeptical of like Mexican food in Europe, so
I wouldn't know anything about it.
This isn't the best Mexican place we have. Like, this is fast food Mexican place, but that's at the mall that's further away from us, and they make really good. Like, it's spicy, and there's like spices, and they're not just like spicy as in spicy, but spices as in actually spiced. It's really good. This one is fine. You know,
I will say the food in Mexico, like at least for my one vacation there, the food is amazing. It's amazing. They really can cook there.
Yeah, I like Mexican cuisine quite a bit. Oh, did somebody get Alexandria half a coconut? I'm hosting, so
I'm
it's not my
eating
job today.
Michael, come on.
Oh, for sure. Will do. I need to just pop over to YouTube though.
Crystal says, is this the dialogue? What is the worst that'll happen? Why would you ask, oh God, are you the girl from the horror movie right now? Good thing it's not a movie then, huh? Ah, okay. I get it, kind of. I think it sounds fine. I think it works with like the sort of paranormal genre. So kind of like having that.
Hey, Marta.
Oh, Marta's here.
My
Hey,
bad.
Marta.
Hey, Marta.
Oh, that's so funny. I do have a character that goes by Violet or Vi as a nickname. So I guess it just shows we are very alike. Yeah, Katie and I are secretly alike. So
I like also the whole idea of, or the whole question of like short forms for names.
I was
like
just going to say that. Like,
Yeah.
Michael, does anybody shorten your name? Because if somebody shortened my name to Vi, I wouldn't like it.
Like, what do you go by, if anything, for a short form for your name?
Red.
Like V even? Vi? So you don't like Vi, huh?
No, because my grandma went by Vi. So, like, my mom was very adamant not to call me Vi because that was, like, a little too close to comfort for her.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've had some people, like, without asking me, shorten my name to Vi, and I don't like that. I think that's kind of rude. Like, if people just started calling you Mike, that wouldn't be nice, like, without asking you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, I don't like Mike. Like, I mean, I'm not going to get offended or upset or anything if someone calls me it, obviously. But like, I just don't like it because I feel like it's a little too short, a little too sharp, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's
mind. Like, I don't mind Vi. Like, a lot of times, like, people will refer to me as Vi, like, when talking about me. Like, I think it became from text messaging back when you had to, like, click every letter with the 3 digits to make it easier, but not to my face. Oh, I already clicked Marta's here. Yes. Just emailed my client with a design that said, "Is this the Vi?"
I love that for you.
Oh, Melody, you've been hanging out too much here. Yeah, Crystal, you did kind of break me there with those quotes. Oh, I did know this fun fact. The Caesar salad was invented in Mexico. Or I heard this somewhere. Ah, here you go, Michael. Marta's here to help you out.
Thank you, Marta. The only problem is that Miguel is the same number of syllables anyway, so it's not exactly helpful.
It's about the vibes. The vibes.
But I agree with Casey here. I like to give my characters nicknames a lot of the time.
I like that idea. Yeah, like especially like your couple, like your 2 or 3 main characters, or maybe just your main character.
Yeah. Danny says, a coworker asked me yesterday what Danny was short for, and I was like, Danielle, but don't ever call me that. But this is the coworker who calls me Dawn because that's what my name tag looks like, so I don't know.
Mm.
It's weird, but I find I say certain nicknames, but I've never ever been tempted to call you Vi or Mike. I'll just call Jessica Williamson Jess by accident. Yeah, I can see that.
But like Jess and Sam also refer to themselves as Jess and Sam, whereas you don't refer to yourselves as V or Mike. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that is true. That's a good point.
Actually,
and
I
Annie's
kind
not
of
really short your name, Anne. It's
I
already
have to
pretty
say,
short.
I have to say, I kind of like Mikey, but the only thing about Mikey is it has a certain like connotation to it. It's like little boy Mikey or something like that.
oh yeah,
Like when I had a godparent who, like, all through my years when I was young, would always call me Mikey. She was the only one in my life, and sometimes my family also, like when they want to use kind of like a more endearing name or something, or they're being more playful, they'll call me Mikey. But Mikey's a bit, you don't. It's kind of like a not so serious name, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, okay. We only have full name only vibes. Miranda, what would you shorten your name to? Randa? That sounds weird. Actually, I did know Miranda who went by Randy, but that also
Miranda, I would say, would definitely, and Miranda, you can help us out, but I'm sure there are quite a couple of like nicknames or short form names for that, just because it's 3 syllables right there.
Yeah, that's true. Katie, but I would also feel weird if somebody called me Kate, even though it doesn't bother me. But like, it isn't my name. Neither is Katie, but it's more than Kate. Yeah, yeah. With a name like Catherine, you also have like a bunch of options for shortened versions of it.
Yeah, and actually, my family never calls me Mike. Like they call me like various Chinese names and stuff, but if they're using my name, they always say Michael, like my English name.
Wait, Crystal says, I've been called all the Crystal short forms and I hate them.
what are crystal short forms?
I know, I was trying to think of that too.
Like Chris?
Chris,
I was going to say
think.
cry. And I was like, that's relatable though.
Chris would definitely be one.
I always have like a dyslexia moment every time I'm writing Crystal's name. Like, I always switch all the letters around.
Oh.
Yeah, and I want to write it with a K because crystals, like the stones in German, are written with a K. So I'm like, don't do it. It's a name. It's written with a C. But it's hard.
I know, like on the Percy Jackson Live, we were talking about dyslexia a little bit. And like for me, it's like when you have like a unique letter, like Crystal has the Y right in front, like my brain focuses so much on the Y that like I forget all the other letters. I just like focus on the Y.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A different coworker and super annoying one calls me Dan Dan.
The super annoying one.
The super annoying one. Despite me never
Dan
giving
Dan.
permission.
You should come up with a different nickname to call them that they hate until they stop calling you that.
Yeah, Danny, you could get her back somehow. Think of something, she doesn't like, and fire it back every time she gives you a Dan Dan. Taste of the old medicine.
Miranda's letting it be known that we should not shorten her name here. Those very threatening water guns.
Point
I'm
blank
back.
too, right? Hi, Anne.
Yeah. I ate my whole burrito.
KK. Oh, that's cute. But she doesn't like it.
Like in Animal Crossing, the musician. I love that.
Mira. Okay, Mira's a cute name.
Yeah, and you could. Yeah, I was just gonna say you could spell it with 2 R's also.
Mira gives me like main character energy, but Anne, isn't your main character Mara?
Yes.
Yeah, it has main character energy. The name, I don't know.
You can also get creative with short forms, like apparently, Ella. You can use Ella for Gabriella, right? And
Yeah.
so on. Or Ella for Gabriella.
Well, I like look at a lot. Like I love names. Like I'm totally into
Yeah,
names. So like,
totally.
I have like a lot of baby name websites or like even YouTube channels that talk about names a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, but because I'm a writer and I like words and I like names, so
I also play Sims a lot, and they also need names. So baby name websites are my best friend.
see, lately I'm so lazy when I play Sims. I just auto generate until I find one I like.
Oh,
Fair.
Only my immediately family can get away with random.
what's this here?
Is this a word count or just random numbers?
Oh, I also got words in. I got like 400 words in.
Oh, we
Not
love
that
that.
anyone asked, but you know.
Chrissy. Oh, that's right, Chrissy. That would also work for Crystal. Ah, Catherine, of course. Not me sitting here trying to figure out what Katie's actual name is.
Same.
Okay. All right there, Stig. Yes, I know, Stig, you don't have a cat, so I don't know what this is about.
It's a riddle.
Chris, Chrissy, Krista.
Yeah.
I can see that, but I like just the name Crystal. Also, just
Like Chrissy isn't even shorter than Crystal, is it?
not really. I think it's also a name that works better without being shortened.
Yeah.
Also, people, if you're commenting, if you have like cool like ways you shorten your characters' names, examples, I would like to know.
Oh, my
Yeah.
ghost project. My character's called Elias, and his nickname is Eli.
Well, that one I knew, Anne, because you've said it
Yes.
like in 3 or 4 streams now.
But I'm so happy about it. I get to use my Eli name.
Oh, Katie says her brother and dad are both named Michael, and we've never called them Mike.
I'll tell a quick story about just how common the name is. So when I was in university, when I was an undergrad doing a physics course that was like not popular or anything, not with a lot of people at all. So I remember the first day, we all showed up and there were only 3 of us, okay, for the class. And all 3 of us were Michaels.
Oh, we had 3
And
Annikas
the
in one of my
professor
classes.
was not impressed. He looked kind of like annoyed, like, you bunch of doofuses.
Oh, funny.
And then actually, just to kind of finish the story, because there were only 4 of us all together, the university actually took our classroom away. Like, because, I guess they felt it wasn't justified. So we had to hold classes in the prof's office for the semester.
That sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
So 3 Michaels and a prof.
Yeah. No, we had 3 Annikas in one of my class, and then there was an Alice and me, and we all sat in the same row. And our teacher would just go like, "One of you."
Yeah.
Nikki is a good name too. Oh, you dropped your phone. Well, when Danny drops her phone, she almost makes a new Discord channel for her.
What the? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't know that I have
That's
her as
almost
like,
like a miracle.
yeah, that I give like, yeah, extra powers to some of my loyal Discord book club people.
I mean, isn't it just the Chaos Queens and me?
How you, Anna?
Yeah. Hey, Wada, we're talking about names, and you also have a nice name.
Yeah.
Here's some Katie lore. Katie's full name is clearly Lady Catherine Anne of Scribbles, of course.
Violet, you're pulling such a Michael with the comments today.
What?
She's
Sorry?
so far behind.
Oh, Violet? Oh.
Well, I wanted to give Michael time to tell his story. I want to give all these comments attention.
That's fair. I'm gonna keep eating now.
So Katie could be like, wait, where's the comment? Where are we? Oh my goodness. Wait a second.
I was like, let's do M
Okay,
instead
never
of M.
mind.
So yeah, here on AuthorTube, everybody knows M is M. Yes, yeah, but some people also have only go by pen names and stuff on AuthorTube. There's some people I do
Oh.
not know their real name. So, coworker called, what is her name? Jess. Ah, okay. Yes, I do know Malin's real name. She's said it before. Ooh, Al. Ugh. No. Honestly, thought M was short for Emily. Yeah, I've known some Emilys that go by M.
My other main character is called Emily.
M though could be short for a lot of different names for sure.
I actually have a character named JJ in my European Witch story. His name was not originally JJ. It took me a long time to like I'm two people. I realized in my vlog I was also talking about myself in the plural.
Well, say hi to the other half for us.
That's why I don't feel like I have mirror energy. I think you could be a main character, Miranda, for sure. Green thinks I'm Emily.
I knew this guy in high school, and I don't know how it came about. He didn't invent it, but his nickname was T-Bone. And somehow, if you knew the guy, it was just an absolutely perfect nickname for him. It was just absolutely perfect.
Jacqueline is here. I've
But
known a
his
few
name
Jacquelines too.
his
It's
name was
also nice
David,
to-
actually, but everyone called him T-Bone.
Well, I don't like that nickname, to be honest. But
But if you knew him, you'd say that's 100% right. So if it's at least right, you can't go wrong, right?
yeah, Danny can go by Elle or Ellie.
Okay. There you go.
She's a demon. Ooh, I love hearing people's character names. Character names are so fun. I'm fine with Nick's names. Oh, I was actually wondering with Alexandria because people kept accidentally calling you Alexandra. It seemed like half the time.
What? Accidentally calling her what?
Alexandra instead of Alexandria.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Rhea. Oh, that's cute.
Alexandria would have a lot of nicknames and short forms, like Elizabeth, right?
I also kind of appreciate the long version.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah, Alexandria is a really good name.
Ooh, Francesca. I had this on a name list as a potential character name, but then didn't end up using it.
Mm-hmm.
One of my faves. Very cool. I have a character named Easton. Ooh. That's nice too.
Also, you could have S almost like spelled out a little bit, like almost like ESS or something. If you
Like,
wanted to.
yeah. Had a kind of a brain fart again. Oh, Melon also has a Francesca. Goes by Fran. In the Eclipse project, there is an entire kingdom that has difficult to say names, so they all go by nicknames, and only close friends call them by their real names. I'm trying to think how to pronounce this. Rizelda? Is that? Am I on the right track?
Yeah, I think so. And then Reese, right? Actually.
Yeah, I like that too. None of my characters in my current project have nicknames.
I also don't give so many nicknames, but I did shorten my character Emily's name to M. And when M read it, she was like, "Oh, hey, my mom calls me this." So
I feel though that is an easy sort of edit to, like, kind of like an easy thing to add in, like some nicknames.
yeah,
Like
if you want that.
it's almost like as simple as a find and replace kind of thing. Like you could just say, okay, well maybe um, like 8 times that. Maybe I'll just choose 8 times that the normal name, gets just represented as the nickname, and then you could maybe just write in, like for a couple, you could just write it in where it's actually embedded in the sentence better.
Yeah, I feel like it has to make sense though. Like my
Yeah.
characters very rarely use
Loretta.
nicknames because I write amnesia fics, right? The series has a lot of "I don't know you," so they only use nicknames when they actually remember someone and like really know them to make it,
Yeah, but
more
I feel it
meaningful.
would be a pretty easy thing to incorporate into your story, a nickname.
I also really like Loretta's name. I have to say that. I'll have her comment up.
Yeah.
I love that name, Loretta. It's one you don't hear that often, and it's pretty.
Mhm.
When you talk about yourself in the plural, I assume Lupin's involved in the decision.
That's fair.
Lupin von Snugglesworth. Speaking of
Yeah.
names.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that too when we talked about pets having a first and second name. My dog that
Oh
I had
look,
when I
he's
was a
doing the thing
teenager
again.
also had a second name.
Mhm.
And it kind of talks about, we were talking about James Bond, weren't we, Michael? That I named
I
my
was there
dog
too.
in high school after Vesper from James Bond. That's where I named her. But her full name was Vesper LaRue. No relation to Addie LaRue.
Mm.
But what's her name?
Yeah, I think we should try and give Brock a last name. That's what I say.
Yeah, I'm open for suggestions.
Okay, everybody drop your suggestions for Brock's last name.
Look at that cutie.
Yeah, he's just watching the birds and the like trees outside doing their
Oh,
thing.
really?
He's done
I'm
now.
behind on comments. I did hear Sasha mention that her husband is named Michael before. All his people call him Mike. Oh.
I already actually read this comment.
You see, Michael, you see how it is. That's why, like, when you're the host, you're sometimes going through slow, but the co-hosts, like, are way in front.
Yeah.
My coworker started calling me Lo instead of Loretta, and I pretended to
Crystal
hate him.
put a rat. Michael, you need to give me a coconut. I get a bingo. Crystal put a rat in the chat.
Oh,
And we're
okay.
getting to it.
Wait, you want me to give you a half
Yes.
coconut?
You are responsible for giving out the coconuts today. I'm still eating. Violet's hosting. You're the coconut guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true. You're the coconut guy to get it. I
Okay.
also have a character named Vincent in my new draft. I can't remember what his original name was, but I changed it to Vincent.
Vincent. Vincent's yeah, I feel that name. That has a ring to it or
Thank
something.
you. I don't know. He destroyed that keyboard with his claws. I like it. Violet, can you pull a poll with all of the name suggestions for his last name so we can vote and then have it in unanimous?
No.
Thank you. How dare!
Maybe I'll do it during the sprint. Can I do it during the sprint?
No.
Sure.
Bad for this, but rat. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. We're gonna do then another 30-minute sprint, right? Do we have time for that? Brock McBrockster. Everybody.
I knew we were gonna get creative with this.
Oh, tempted. Yeah, well, that's why we're doing long ones.
It's
Who are
Micah,
considered
Anya,
fiction.
and her.
Yeah, Cache,
Yep.
A.S. Renner, and Michael C.B. Chen.
Yep, we're the 3 fictioneers.
His name is Brock. B-R-O-K.
But okay, we're doing again a 30-minute sprint. We're gonna do one of Laura's timers. Oopsie, I clicked the wrong button.
You're starting to sound a bit like me, Violet.
I
That's
love
not
that.
what I want to do.
What, Steve? What? No. How did you get there?
Is this a rat farting? Is that
It
what
is.
this emoji is?
Can we address Steve's comment? How did you get there? My partner's
Broccoli?
name is
Oh, I
Ollie.
love that. But it's like
My-
broccoli.
Yeah, I know. My partner's name is Ollie, so that was a running joke, which is why we called our dog Broccoli, like broccoli, because if you put their names together. But
Yeah.
I
I
don't know how I
like
feel
it.
about that.
Or O, it could be like O, his middle initial, like Brock O Lee as his last name.
Ooh, I like that.
And then O could even stand for something. Like we could even have something with that too.
Yeah, I agree. So let's get into a sprint here.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
Okay.
Boo. I mean, yay.
Cool. How's everybody doing? Unfortunately, I'm feeling really not well.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Roll the outro.
Well, to be honest, people were giving me a hard time about not sprinting, but we did over an hour of sprints.
Yeah. I feel like we totally did fine. Like you could just roll the outro and go take a nap.
We've also made 2 hours at this point.
Yeah, I did see Caitlin pop it in.
I'm
Hey,
waving, but my hands are cold.
How'd you guys do for the sprint?
I did pretty good. I worked on some Ridertown Junction stuff, actually.
Oh, exciting.
Very exciting. Happening on April 23rd and 24th, noon EST.
Yep, noon to noon that weekend. EST or EDT.
Right. My bad. I wrote the acknowledgements for this book.
Oh,
Yeah, and I didn't
Yay.
cry, which is something.
that's always a win.
What did you do?
I laid down.
That's
Oh.
very fair.
Were you at all worried about like falling asleep?
I put the stream on my phone and turned up the sound all the way. So I thought if I accidentally fell asleep, you guys would be like, Violet. I was gonna write you in the private chat, but I couldn't be bothered.
That's very fair.
Imagine Violet falling asleep at the wheel of the struggle bus, huh? And we're going downhill right now too.
Yeah, we are. Oh yeah, Ioana said previously thought I plotted the end of the book. Turns out it's only 12 chapters.
Oh.
Well, you'll get that.
Thanks for all the good vibes, everyone. Oh, what's Danny saying? Oh yeah. Sometimes that happens. Yeah, we had some good chats as well today.
Yay.
Did over 1,000 words. Wow.
Ooh.
I agree.
Oh, you guys are so nice. Partly unpacked my suitcase. Unpacking is the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to do a heart, but I only have one hand. Doesn't work.
Michael can help you. You can do the fun thing over the.
I'm like,
No.
oh, I'm not going
We
the
can do
wrong
it
way.
together. Come on.
That's not my thing.
I don't have the capacity for
Michael!
this.
That's
Thought
very
about
fair.
nicknames all sprint. Oh yeah, we didn't think of Brock's middle name.
That'll be a next stream. Michael's hosting the next one.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yes, I believe so. Oh, Grayson was doing German homework. What was I gonna say?
Words.
Oh, a reminder again about Ridertown Junction and about Anne's pre-order link. Normally I would promote my book club, but we're taking the month off, so
It was on my bingo though, so you talked about it, so that counts.
oh, what does Malin say? Booked myself a hotel in Edinburgh in May. Oh,
I love that.
jealous.
Ooh.
That sounds really fun.
Wait, I also have stuff in May. I think I'm going on a concert. Maybe.
I'm going to roll the outro before I
Do the thing! Bye, friends!
where's the
Roll the
button?
outro. Bye-bye.
Bye everybody. Thanks for coming. Happy camp.